How you doing, guys? I'm Trent Sanderson, and you're on the infamous Living Realm Network. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I've had a great day today. I've had a wonderful weekend. I know I have not been making videos, but yeah, I've been on vacation. I went to Boston this weekend. I had a blast, man. I got a chance to visit Harvard University. I went to the Museum of Fine Arts up there. Had a chance to see the New Balance building where they create New Balance sneakers. I went to a studio in Boston. I went to the beach in Boston. I did a few things, man. I went and rode the train lines. I know they have like 6 different train lines now in Boston. I didn't know that at one point, and yeah, it kind of reminds me of New York. And I was gonna go to New York at first, but I ended up just settling at Boston and whatnot. But I had a blast at Boston. Boston is such a huge place, and it has many different kinds of people there, all different walks and races. I would say overall, it's like a college city, because you got Boston University there, you got Harvard, you got MIT, and all, some of the top-notch schools are in Boston, man. And I have a different outlook on Boston. Before I went to Boston, I did not know Boston was even a home of the New England Patriots. I didn't even know that. For some reason, I'm thinking that New England was like New England, failing to realize that New England wasn't even a state. And yeah, I always knew that the Boston Celtics existed, and that's a basketball team. But man, I learned so many different things about Boston this weekend, and it just literally blew my mind. Absolute culture shock. And I got to do some wonderful things while I was there, and I met a lot of people whom I turned them on to the Living Room Network. Once again, I went to Harvard and got this chance to speak with some of the students that went to Harvard University, and kind of edged them on about some of the things that are going on here on the Living Room Network, and connected with those students and whatnot. And that really made me feel good, because that's one of the most prestigious schools in the world. For those of you who don't know, President Obama attended Harvard University, and so did some other prominent people who I can't name right now. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure you get the point of how my weekend went. So I want to talk to you tonight about relationships. This ends out our relationship week. I'm gonna make a video speaking on why people don't settle down. This is that video. I really feel like it's very hard for people to settle down in relationships. The reason why is because I don't think that people want to go through, the obstacles and all the troubles that it takes to understanding another person. Every individual is a unique model. Every individual has his own way of thinking, her own way of thinking. We're all different, and for somebody to be in a committed relationship with somebody who is not like them, it's a journey to understanding that person fully. And I think that when most people put themselves in a situation where they are in a relationship with somebody and they start to experience some of these differences with each other, it's hard for them to withstand and endure through all the ups and the downs that they are learning about that person, because every day is something new. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you might be happy one moment, you might be extremely excited about each other, you might be in love one moment, and the next day you hate each other's guts. It's like a up and downhill roller coaster. It is really that bad. Like, it's really not good. I'm gonna say it's really not good to be in a relationship, but overall, it's the best thing that you could possibly have going for yourself, because you don't want to be the person who is out, by themselves all the time, or always lonely, don't have another shoulder to lean on. You find yourself hanging and chilling with people and sleeping with people that they don't really have their best interests at heart for you. They do for the moment, but it's not really something long lasting. And so you get into this habit of being with different people. Being single, you get in the habit of being with different people all the time who are really not there for you, but only just may be there for you, when it comes down to, your physical attributes, your body and stuff like that. And there's no real substance in that. And so I think that's why a lot of people kind of refrain from wanting to settle down with another person, because you have to go through those challenges. And you know, one thing you got to realize is that, you know, Rome wasn't built in one day. The Great Wall of China was not built in one day. You know, they don't build major skyscrapers in one day. It takes time. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes a lot of people to put their minds together and build that building. Not just two. It takes a lot of people to come together. You know, it takes people showing up on the job site every day, you know, and helping put in their part in the building, you know, that they're building on, you know, and whatnot. And so it's the same thing when it comes down to relationships. You know, when it comes down to two people, it takes two people to build a strong relationship, and both of those people must be willing to endure and be consistent at it, and continue to go forward, and just continue to not give up. That's something that I face all the time with all of my relationships in my life, whether it's, you know, friends, family, whatever the case may be. Like, I always face the challenge of just saying, you know what, I don't want to deal with this person no more. I'm done. But if I do that, I will be a quitter, you know. And so I find myself always saying, dang, you know what, I gotta play the bigger person role. I gotta step back in the picture and say I'm sorry, even though it wasn't my fault. I gotta take up for that person, even though it was their fault. You know, I gotta be the sucker, you know, so to speak. You know, I gotta be the person who is able to say, you know what, I'm gonna go forward, even though that person doesn't have the tenacity within them to, you know, come and pick me up and support me. And so that's what relationship is all about. And if you ask me, that's why I feel like a lot of people don't go through all the way and finish the process when it comes down to having a strong relationship. So I hope this message resonated with you guys. Please speak up, let your voice be heard. I want to know your opinion on relationship stuff like that. And it'll be good, guys, if we get a nice little conversation going on down here in the comments. I thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Trenton Sanderson of the infamous Living Realm Network. Please subscribe. Until then, peace.